Well, LA Rams fans, if you want to be the Super Bowl favorites, this is how you do it. You go out there and sign this man right here, Stephon Gilmore, after he got released by the New England Patriots. Rams are already Super Bowl contenders. They're already in the Super Bowl bubble, but who's going to win it? Who's favored to win it? It's a toss-up right now. The Bucs, the Rams, the Packers, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Cardinals. It's a toss-up. But you sign arguably a top 5 corner, a top 10 quarterback, wherever he is, and pair him up with the best cornerback, Jalen Ramsey, the best player in the league, Aaron Donald, with Matt Stafford, with Sean McVay. That's how you become the Super Bowl favorites. I'm going to be getting into the breakdown, the matchup, everything you want to know about if Stephon Gilmore was on this team and why the Rams should probably try and reach out to him. But before I give my take, I want to hear your guys'. Where do you see Stephon Gilmore ending up? Even if it is not with the Rams, where do you think he will go? But like I said, news if you did not hear, New England Patriots did release Stephon Gilmore. As you read there, Adam Schefter tweet, Patriots and Stephon Gilmore cannot agree to terms on a restructured contract, and now the two sides are going on their own ways. The market for Stephon Gilmore, the NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 2019, is expected to be robust. Makes sense. Multiple teams are expected to be interested in the 31-year-old Gilmore should be recovered from his quad injury in the coming weeks. Other breaking news, Jalen Smith got released as well. It's kind of big news yesterday, but when this guy's released, it's not the same. It is not the same. So overall, should the Rams do this? Obviously, I would say the elephant in the room for this Rams team would be, can they afford him? Matthew Stafford's pricey, Cooper Kupp's pricey, Jalen Ramsey's pricey, Aaron Donald's pricey. Not to say these prices aren't worth it, but when you spend a lot of money, you don't have so much left over to go out there and make a big move like this one. In my opinion, you got to talk to your own guys. Stafford, are you willing to negotiate? Are you willing to take an extension that allows us to move some money around? Jalen Ramsey, are you willing to renegotiate? Are you willing to restructure? Yada, yada, yada. Talk to someone. Talk to the backup long snapper. I don't care. Talk to someone to see if they're willing to restructure and to enable this team to hit the next level. If you look at the defense, it's already good. It's already top 3. It's already top 5. It's already arguably top 1. And it's because of these two guys, Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald. Not to say the guys around them aren't good, Leonard Floyd, Darius Williams, Jordan Fuller. I don't think they're the same level as last year. They lost Brandon Staley, defensive coordinator. Not to say Raheem Morris is mad, but still, the transition could be weird for a little bit. They lost John Johnson, a starting safety, and they lost Troy Hill, starting slot corner. Still an amazing defense, but again, it just might not be as good as it was last year. However, you throw in a former Defensive Player of the Year, a possible future Hall of Famer, Stephon Gilmore, you do arguably become the best defense in the league, and you do arguably already have one of the best offenses in the league. I think they should consider it. I think they should try. Again, they don't need to or have to do this, but I would at least attempt to look into it. At the bare minimum, just, scratch your brain on it, brainstorm on it, just give it some thought at the bare minimum. Personally, Stephon Gilmore, it's hard for me to determine how good is he going to be. Is he going to be top 5 again? He's 31. He's coming off an injury from last season and coming off an injury in this current season. He got banged up last year. He got banged up before he even started this year. And again, he's 31. He's not the youngest. And he's going to be trying to learn a brand new scheme, brand new playbook, brand new system. It won't be the easiest transition for the 31-year-old cornerback. But with his type of talent, with a guy like Jalen Ramsey to feed off of and learn from, and Sean McVay's system and a Raheem Morris system to feed off of and learn off of, I think he could transition in somewhat smoothly, if you ask me. And it's also kind of hard to determine what is his cost. Does he want to be the highest paid corner? If so, probably not going to make that work. And what is the whole story? How is his injury? Is he going to be able to play after these 6 weeks? Is he going to get hurt again? What is his status? The Rams are taking some risks, making Ramsey the highest paid corner, trading for Matthew Stafford. How many more risks do they want to take? I like that they're being aggressive, and again, I think they should be for it. It is something to think about. Looking at the offense, like I said, they're already holding it down. Matthew Stafford's paying dividends to them. Obviously, the Cardinals game is a hard thing to think about, and the Cardinals and the Seahawks and the Niners, all teams in the division, they'll be calling for Stephon Gilmore as well. So another reason, not only do you want him just for your team, but you want him just so he's not on your rival's team. And all of a sudden, you got to play him twice a year. Darrell Henderson and Sonny Michel, they're doing what they can compared to the Cam Akers situation. Cooper Kupp's been pretty dang good so far. Robert Woods has been somewhat quiet compared to Cooper Kupp, but still, we know they're good. Van Jefferson, doing pretty good for second year. Deshaun Jackson, he's showing he still got some speed. Tyler Higbee's doing well. Let's see what the injury is on him. I didn't even know he was hurt. Limited practice on Tuesday, questionable for week 5 at Seattle. All right. It is a short week, so if Tyler Higbee misses, it wouldn't be too shocked, but we'll see. O-line's pretty solid. You can't complain too much. We know how good the Rams are. We know how good they're led. Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald. I think they need to go for this. I think they need to do this. Again, don't need to necessarily sign him and need to have him on the team the second, but they need to give it some thought. They need to give it a look. They need to give it a second opinion, give it a look over. This is a guy that has the potential to be a top 5 corner again. This is a guy to create the best cornerback duo in the NFL. On paper, hands down, it would be Jalen Ramsey and Stephon Gilmore. There is no other ones that are on that level. There's other guys out there that are just as good. Jair Alexander, Xavier Howard, Marlon Humphrey, Tre'Davious White, James Bradbury. But there's no other duo that's like this. You can make the argument Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters is good, really good actually, but he's hurt. James Bradbury, Dory Jackson's pretty solid. But again, it's no Ramsey and Gilmore. I know the money situation's the biggest problem here. If they had the money, they'd sign him today, I'm sure. But they're going to have to talk to the guys. They're going to have to talk to Jalen. They're going to have to talk to everyone. Are you willing to restructure? I think the Rams should do it. This would shake up the NFL. Personally, I'm not a Rams fan, so I don't really want to see him go to the Bucs, Rams, or Chiefs. I think those three teams are just absolute units in the NFL. I'd like to see him go to another team that's kind of, on the brink of hitting that next level. Maybe I don't want to say the Niners aren't good, but they're struggling a little bit in some aspects. I think Stephon Gilmore could really help bump them up, or the Seahawks, they're good. They got Russ, but I still think Stephon Gilmore could help bump them up, or maybe the Chargers, maybe the Raiders, maybe the Ravens who lost Marcus Peters. Those teams that are still good, great, but they're just maybe not as good as the 3 powerhouses, and I guess I got to throw the Cardinals in there as well as a powerhouse as of this moment. I just like to see him go to a team that can become a Super Bowl contender than already is one, but just because what I want isn't, just because I don't want him to go there doesn't mean I don't think that's the right move for the Rams and him. If he wants to win, this would be a good spot. And if the Rams want to win it all, this would be a good choice to at least consider personally. We'll see how it goes. I just can't stop thinking about Jalen Ramsey and Stephon Gilmore being in the same exact team. They're going to feed off each other. They're going to be great. And they're going to possibly and probably have the best defense in the NFL. But maybe there's a factor, a money part, a part of the salary cap, or a player, or a scheme, or just anything I'm not thinking about. You guys let me know. Comment down below. Is there something you wish I talked about, or just whatever it is? Comment down below. And again, referring back to the question today, where do you think Stephon Gilmore will end up? Whether you want him in LA or not, where do you think he actually will end up again? There's a couple teams I think you should consider and go to. Bucs, Chiefs, Rams are obvious picks. Packers, Bills, those are an obvious ones. The Cardinals, the Seahawks, the Niners, the Chargers, the Raiders, the Ravens, the Cowboys. Like Adam Schefter said, he's a good player. There's going to be a lot of demand, who has the potential to be a fantastic player. So the demand is going to be there, but the supply is limited. We'll see how it goes. As always, and of course, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. 2-1.